So real quick, for the people that said that our festival was a scam or that it wasn't happening, you guys can suck a fat donut, okay? Because it's happened.
Oh, it happened, Austin. It definitely happened. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. After months and months of speculation, the Ace Fest has finally happened. Disneyland meets Coachella. And did it live up to the hype? Of course it didn't. Now, we have plenty of information about the festival that we are going to get into, but quickly, let me just give you a bit of a recap. So a few months ago now, the Ace family uploaded videos saying they were quitting YouTube. Now, obviously, the initial reaction to that for most people was to celebrate, but it all came crashing down when we found out that the Ace Fest was going to be a thing. They quite literally promoted it by saying it was Disneyland meets Coachella, and then a couple months later when they found out that it was going to be a big disaster, they took that off the poster. Oh, speaking of changes they made, when they originally released the tickets and they were promoting the event, it said on their website that these tickets could give you access to a wildlife park and live performances. Which is funny, because if you look at the website now, them two perks no longer exist, and as we'll see later on in the video, they just never happened. There was no live performances, there was certainly no wildlife park, although if you bear in mind the way that Austin treated fighters in his last event, you could argue he's a snake. But apart from Austin slithering around the event, there wasn't an animal in sight, which is quite mad when you consider the ticket prices, because the two bundles that were available were either $300 or $500, which averaged out at $100 per person for either bundle, and then when you looked at the footage that they used, it was just a fair. Oh, side note, that is probably worth mentioning, that footage that you actually just saw wasn't even their footage. They stole it off some videographers that had no idea it was being used for commercial use. But here's the thing, okay? Even if it was really overly priced, they're the Ace family at the end of the day. They have like 20 million subscribers just on YouTube alone, so surely they were gonna sell out the tickets, and even they said they would.
So every event that we have sells out in seconds. You guys know this.
I mean, that's a pretty bold claim considering there was 20,000 tickets available, but the tickets did go out on sale and long behold, they sold out. Or at least that was the way the Ace family tried to portray it, because in actual reality, there is proof to show that they only sold a few hundred tickets, and as we saw at the event yesterday, it's pretty true. Now, during this time of them promoting the event, YouTubers like myself were calling out the Ace family for promoting a scam, which wouldn't be the first time. But it was clear as day it's a scam. I mean, they promoted it as Disneyland meets Coachella, they promised a bunch of activities that didn't even happen, and they lied about the ticket sales and so on. They just lied constantly. But that brings us to present day, when the Ace family event actually happened. Now, just before the doors opened, the day before, the Ace family actually uploaded a video talking about the event itself.
So if you come, you want to enjoy your time,
Rides and games
are unlimited.
So you guys can keep going as many times as you like.
And I've never seen that before. Like, I've never gone to an event like this and had unlimited rides. Like,
yes, Catherine, because most events like this don't charge $100 per ticket. I would like to think you get unlimited rides. Like, just to put in perspective, there's a fair very similar to this one that's happening quite close to my house currently, and it's free to get in, and it's about £2 per ride. That's how these things are usually priced. So unless you're going on 50 rides in a day, then you're not paying anywhere near the Ace Fest ticket price. Like, don't try and make it seem as if it's a bargain.
like, just doesn't exist.
So that comes with your ticket. If you get a ticket, you get all that for free.
But it's not free, is it? It's $100, mate.
And Ace family, who can really say they had their own family festival? Like, how many people in our space has been able to do this?
Well, I'll answer that question, mate. The reason why a lot of creators haven't done this is because it's clear as day a bad idea. Like, I don't want to give many spoilers away, but as we'll see later in the video, no one fucking turned up. Like, I just want to throw a bit of a prediction out there, okay? In a few days, maybe a week, maybe a few weeks, I feel like Catherine and Austin Mcbroom are probably going to make a video responding to the fact that most people are calling out this event after it happened. And when they do this, I really wouldn't be surprised if they tried using the excuse of, oh, we were just trying to do the right thing, you know? We even lost money on this event. We just wanted to put it on for you guys. But that wasn't their plan. They didn't want to lose money. They wanted to sell 20,000 tickets and only sold maybe 1,000. Like, I don't even want to know how much of a loss they made on this event, but I'd imagine it's quite severe. Right, now moving on to the event itself. Like I've already said, not many people turned up at all, and in fact a YouTuber called Swell Entertainment actually went to the event and was kind of posting videos from the event over on Twitter, and when she went onto the Ferris wheel, she even got an aerial shot of how many people turned up, and yeah, it didn't look good.
There's the entire space. Boom. There we go. go.
20,000 people apparently. I mean, 20,000 people looks a bit different to what I expected. Like, I just don't understand why they decided to lie about the ticket sales when, obviously, when the event happens, people will see just how many people turn up. And even though not many people actually turn up to the event itself, the people who did were very disappointed. In fact, a YouTuber called Atozi was live streaming at the event, and he was going up to a few people that were there, maybe like Ace Family fans themselves, and they were extremely disappointed.
What are your thoughts on the event so far?
I was expecting more.
You were?
Yeah.
Aw.
But I like it. I approve.
Do you feel like it was worth your money?
No, not really.
Aw. I'm sorry.
But I mean, that's just one person who's disappointed, right? Like, maybe she doesn't speak for everybody there.
What are your thoughts on the event so far?
Carnival, I guess.
You-
It's a normal carnival.
Do you feel like you got your money's worth? Aw.
Oh, okay, that is 2 for 2 now. I mean, third time lucky, I guess.
What's your thoughts on the festival so far?
It's pretty, I don't know, not as busy as I thought it would be.
Do you feel like you got your money's worth for the event? Aw.
Ah, yeah, that's 3 out of 3 people who are very disappointed. Who would have seen that coming? I just don't understand what the Ace family were thinking. Like, why have they decided to have a very normal fair that you can get in any town for, like, way less money? How is that ever going to be a success? Now, obviously, I guess there is a positive in the fact that the Ace family fans can meet Catherine and Austin Mcbroom, but it turns out with the meet and greet, a lot of people were actually turned away.
All right, they are officially not letting anyone else in to meet them. Some people are pissed because they were told they were allowed to leave to the bathroom, and they're not being let in because they're saying there's a hard time of stop. However, no one made that very clear, as in that was not made clear at all. So yeah, they're not letting anyone else in. So sorry guys, I do not get to meet the Ace family.
Wait, let me get this straight. So Ace family fans were waiting in the queue for probably quite a long time, let's be honest, and they wanted to go to the toilet, they were told they were allowed to go to the toilet, and then they weren't allowed back into the line, no matter how long they waited for. This is actually worse than I thought it would be. And you've seen my previous videos, okay? My hopes weren't exactly high, but this is actually abysmal. Now, even though it is just a normal fair, and it is very expensive, a fair can be a good day out. You could go with your significant other, you could go with your family, your friends, you can play on the games, you could hopefully win a few prizes. Not at the Ace Fest, though.
The thing about the games here, right? They're free, but you only get one free prize because they give you a ticket when you come in. This is the, wait, there's wind. This is the golden ticket, right? So if you win a prize, you have to exchange this ticket to be able to get a prize. So after you've exchanged the ticket, you can't get more prizes.
Right, what type of system is this then? It's like taking part in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, like you've just answered the £10,000 question and the next question could be £20,000. But the problem is, if you get that wrong, you don't get the £10,000. Like if you win a prize in the game, you've then got to decide, is this worth my ticket or can I get a better prize somewhere else and just hope I win? Like, it just seems a bit stupid. But this wasn't the only way to get prizes. They actually did a raffle towards the end of the festival, but the only problem is when they started announcing the winners, most of them had already went home. The Ace family came out and did a raffle. Maybe a handful of the names called were still here. They said they will be emailing the winners not here. So the event was that shit, and even though only a few hundred people actually seemed to turn up to the event, the majority of them seemed to go home, or at least just the raffle winners, okay? Maybe it's just a coincidence. But yeah, I don't think it's exactly a shock that the Ace Fest was a big disaster. I think we all saw this coming, but it's just seeing it, you know? It's just seeing how bad it actually was, it shocks me. Like, how many times do they do shit like this? Maybe this could be a good sign to Austin and Catherine, you know? Maybe this could be a good sign that they shouldn't do stuff like this in the future. They should stop promoting scams and doing events that are just complete disasters like this one and the boxing. Maybe this will be a good sign, but I mean, let's be honest, they're probably not going to learn anything from this. In fact, they're probably just going to blame channels who spoke about the Ace Fest, and they're going to come out and say, well, we would have sold out all the tickets, but F1 decided to slander our name. It'll be interesting hearing their excuses, and I'm sure we'll make a video talking about it when it does come out, but for now, that's it for the video. So if you did enjoy this video, please leave a like down below, subscribe if you are new as well, and if you want to let me know topics to talk about in future videos, the best way to do that's on my Instagram. It's at MARKIE, and it's always linked in the description, and I guess until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, goodbye.